Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of Cruise News. And in today's episode, Norwegian Cruise Line is adding another thing to their prohibited item list. Carnival is adding some late night snack options for their later cruisers. Carnival is also going to be maybe cracking down on those evil trivia cheaters. And also, Hallmark is going to have their own cruise. All of that in today's episode of Cruise News. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. If you are new here, please think about hitting that like and subscribe button. I post these cruise news videos every other day, followed by theme park news in the opposite days, on top of vlogging all of our adventures. All of that is on the channel, so make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you hit that like button on this video and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about today's cruise news stories. So let's go ahead and get right on into these stories. All right, the first story comes from Norwegian Cruise Line, and they are adding to their banned item list, and the item that they're adding is walkie-talkies. That's right, walkie-talkies are now on the banned list for Norwegian cruises. I know some people like to bring these along so they can kind of communicate with their family members and loved ones without having to spend extra on some of the chatting packages that are available. Norwegian does happen to have a messaging app that you can use that's probably part of their regular app. It does cost $10 per person to use it. I don't know if that's why they're cracking down on the walkie-talkies, or maybe it has something to do with that's people are on similar frequencies to the crew members, something of that nature. But they are cracking down on that, so they will no longer allow walkie-talkies on Norwegian cruise ships. So if you're traveling with them in the future, just know that if you want to communicate, you probably have to buy the $10 per person in-app messaging option. All right, if you're a fan of the Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Channel Christmas movies, you'll be happy to know that there is going to be a special Hallmark Christmas cruise that is going to be coming. This is in 2024. It's going to be November 5th through the 9th. It is a special Hallmark Channel Christmas cruise. It's actually going to be on the Norwegian Gem. This is a 4 nights trip. It will leave from Miami and it goes to Nassau in the Bahamas. Not exactly my favorite port, but if you want to go to Nassau, it'll be on there. It will have appearances from select Hallmark stars from the Hallmark Channel. So yeah, if you like Hallmark stars, they're available. And then there'll be some like kind of meet and greets and things like that with them available. They will also have some special events for the cruise, for the Hallmark cruise. A light the night sail away and tree lighting will occur. Like I said, the photo ops you can have with the, and then panels, kind of like a Comic-Con style thing, or some of the other themed cruises. They will also have Christmas cookie decorating. You can do that as well. A Christmas karaoke is something they listed on there, and then also an ugly sweater contest. Because what Christmas cruise wouldn't have an ugly sweater contest? You pretty much have to. It's not really a Christmas cruise. So like I said, if you are in love with those Hallmark Channel thousands of Christmas movies they make every year, and you want to go on the Hallmark Channel Christmas cruise, that will be happening November 5th through the 9th. Not this year, but 2024, so next year. All right, and Carnival has announced that they are adding to their late night snack options, because if you've been on a Carnival cruise, and once you start to get late into the evening, it's basically pizza on some of the ships, and that's about it. Sometimes the deli, you can get certain stuff, but there's not a lot of options on there. So Carnival has heard the complaints from its customers and has decided to add some additional snacks on. This comes from brand ambassador John Heald. He announced that starting July 17th, these new options will be available, although it's dependent on the ship. And as far as the times and whatnot, it varies between the ships. So if you're going on a Carnival cruise, you probably just want to check that out from the individual ship. It will have items like chicken noodle soup. It's going to have coleslaw, potato salad, chips and salsa. You can also get a Chicago pizza in just regular cheese or pepperoni. They'll have chicken tenders, hot dogs, Italian meatballs, and cookies. All of those will be available in the new kind of late snack, items options, not just straight pizza. There were some people that were hoping that the old midnight buffet might come back, but apparently John Heald said that will not be coming back. It was just, a lot of people didn't go to that, so they just ended up throwing away way too much food. It was just wasting food. So they won't have the midnight buffet back, but you can get the late night snacks on that option there. And then I'm sure that's obviously to go along with the pizza options you'll have. But I didn't see any times on that one. Like I said, they did mention it would be ship specific. So just make sure whatever ship you're going on, you check on that and when you can pick those items up. All right, in extremely important Carnival news, John Heald announced that I guess people were complaining about cheating going on the trivia games. Cheaters. Apparently, this has been an issue for some folks that they have been complaining that there is rampant cheating going on in the cruise trivia contests, and they're fed up with it. John Heald responded, said that they're basically meant to just have fun. That's all they're there for. But he will pass that along. I guess people, like I said, were complaining about cheating going on. Now, I've been on Carnival ships. I'm sure people, especially once they get the Starlink, people are going to be on their phone. They tell you not to, looking for answers. I've sat in trivia that had some of the most obscure questions I've ever heard, and people stop. I got every single one of them right. So it's either A, someone cheated, or they just lied and said they got that right, or B, they've been on 1,000 cruises and they've heard all these questions before, which is probably usually the thing. So I guess people are upset about it. I will say, I don't think I've ever been upset about it, but I think the issue happens to be that usually on the Carnival ship, if you win the trivia, you get the ship on a stick, which is what's going to be pictured here. And you can't buy those on the ship. You can't go to a gift shop and purchase those anywhere. You literally have to win the trivia or go on eBay, I guess. You literally have to win the trivia to get one, so people really want those. I would think maybe if they just also happen to sell them in like a gift shop area, it wouldn't be a big deal, but people seem to be upset about it, so they may be cracking down a little bit more on you trivia cheaters out there. So if you're on the Carnival ship and you're doing the trivia, make sure you do it fair and square. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for today's episode of Cruise News. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Carnival trivia cheaters. Have you encountered the cheaters at Carnival trivia? Let me know in the comments down below, or comment on any of the stories I went over. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next video.